Hello everybody and welcome back to another Deep Oger review. Today we're going to be taking a look at the brand new Transformers Legacy Laser Rod, or just Laser, or G2 Optimus Prime. Now, I've been looking forward to this figure ever since the leaked listings. I love the G2 Optimus design. I love the shoulder pads, or the shoulder pylons, and I just love the truck mode a lot. This is better than Earthrise Optimus. I'm gonna say it. I like it more than Earthrise Optimus. Or if you didn't know, Earthrise Optimus has been my favorite figure for 2 years now, ever since I got him in February of 2020, and this guy overtook him. He's really great in my opinion. I love him. I only have a couple of gripes, but the greatness of him, or of the figure, really outweighs those gripes. So without further ado, I'll take a look at his trailer and the other accessories he comes with. So for the trailer, as you can see, I have it opened up in battle station mode, and as you saw from the beginning of the video, Optimus just stand on it pretty well, and he can man it pretty amazingly. I'm not sure if I'm doing this correctly. I might be, I might not be. Correct me in the comments below, please. But he does look good manning this battle station nonetheless. I really dig this look right here. I love it a lot. Actually, this is probably one of my favorite features of the figure. As you can see more clearly, Optimus is manning it right here. So boom, you got Optimus manning it, but obviously taking away Optimus. The trailer itself is actually pretty cool. This piece does come off, so I'll use that to my advantage. It is molded in a darker black plastic. It's kind of the smoky gray. This turret does turn. Obviously, this turns too, clearly, because this just plugs in and moves around. But obviously, you have the tanker butt right here, and then a robot arm, reminiscent of the G1 robo arm. I really love this tanker look. I really love this trailer. I honestly like it a lot more than the Earthrise one. If you didn't, obviously, if you're an older fan of mine, you know that the Earthrise trailer was my background for a long time. But for configuration, you just fold this in, fold that in, connect this, oops, connect it, connect it, turn it around, and then flip that out a little more, and then fold that in, collapse it, and boom, 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 boom. You have your trailer, your tanker, oil tanker, gas tanker, whatever you want to call it. This can act as a kickstand. Boom, you have that. At first, I thought that this was going to be a metallic red, and I was hyped for that because I loved the look that it had in the promotional images. I think the promotional images did have a darker red, or it was a metallic red, but they got rid of that on the final product, sadly. Still looks really great. The molded detail, you can see right here, small little latch right there, and then the turret just turns into another latch. Amazing alt mode. I really dig this thing. Amazing mechanical detail. And for a Prime trailer, I mean, I still have it in this configuration, but for a Optimus Prime trailer comparison, here it is next to the Earthrise one or the Kingdom one, whichever version you have. It doesn't really matter. It's the same trailer at the end of the day. Honestly, I do prefer the G2 trailer. Yeah, that's how they stack up with each other. Pretty much. Earthrise is a little bit taller, just by a very small amount. But overall, if you're gonna want bang for your buck, I choose this one every day, every time. Just because it does this battle station mode and everything else. I think Optimus should be a tanker truck instead of a semi-truck, or tanker semi instead of just a hauling semi-truck. So, controversial opinion, but it's my controversial opinion. For weapon storage, oh right, weapons. I almost forgot. He does come with 2 of these Energon weapons that they're doing for Legacy. This axe has some nice detail in it. I really like it, at least the detail wise. It's too round. If the axe was more axe-ish, kind of like this. Here's the Dark of the Moon Studio Series Optimus Prime's axe. If this was this, I'd be incredibly happy, but as is, it's just kind of meh, you know? I don't really like a circular axe. I like a more axy axe. It's just me, I guess. But I am afraid that that will snap because it's clear plastic, and I don't trust it because it's kind of stiff on mine. So I'd say watch out for that. There's a little clip here, and I think I did this in the wrong order, honestly, but you can see right, oh, well, my camera won't focus. You can see right there that there is a clip-on point, so fold the handle up and simply just clip it into, oh shit, you have to turn it the other way, clip it into there. Like that, and there you have weapon storage for the axe. And for the other Energon weapon he comes with this translucent sword, which still holds a very nice detail. I just wish that it wasn't translucent. If it wasn't translucent, I'd be very, very happy with this. Also, I think, is it on this side? You can't really tell, but there is some stress markage going on right in there. It's kind of hard to tell with this lighting. Oh, right there. Yep, you can see it. So that kind of sucks. But overall, I like the detail of this blade. I might take some Sharpie to both of these weapons and just Sharpie some of the bits, because honestly, they look better when they're a little bit less all blue and a little bit more bladey, you know? Overall, I do like these weapons, but for weapon storage, at least, for the sword, there is 2 tabs right here, and 2 tabs on the sword, 2 pegs right there. There you go. And trying to look through the camera and do this is harder than it seems. But, boom, there you go. Tabbed in, and you got your weapon storage for your weapons. And there that is. So all you want to do is collapse it, and boom, you have all of your weapons in the trailer. And honestly, that's honestly really, really good weapon storage. I like that. Another thing, obviously another accessory, is this new Matrix of Leadership. I say new because it is a new molded piece. Here it is compared to the old Matrix. So they are 2 different Matrix Eye. This one I feel is a little bit more G1 accurate. I prefer the new one. It is a little more flat than the other one, though. That's the only problem I have with it. But I do prefer the new one over the old one, just because, I don't know, honestly. I just like the look of this one more than this one. I was blown away when the first Optimus came with this Matrix. I thought, holy shit, I need Earthrise Optimus, if not anything just for the Matrix, and it turned out to be my favorite figure. And boom, I guess Optimuses with Matrixes are better just in quality, I guess, and I don't know. But for the center of the new Matrix, it is a lighter blue than the old one, and yeah, that's pretty much it for the Matrix. It does go into Prime's chest. Just flip that up, and boom, oh shit, and boom, right in there. close that up. My only complaint is that it's very see-through right here, and you could see the handles of the Matrix right through his boobs. So, kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? I'm too lazy to do anything about it, so whatever. And while I have Optimus right here, oh, sorry, that took me a bit to spit out. I'll take a look at his details. So you have a nice silver at his little forehead crown, nice G2, very accurate to G2 head sculpt right there. Love this head sculpt, except for the eyes. They painted out the light piping. This is a painted piece of plastic. This whole thing is clear. It's light piping. It's supposed to be light piping. They blocked it out for no reason. This would have been, besides Cyclonus, I think the only modern figure from Kingdom and Legacy so far to have light piping, and they ruined it. They ruined it because they painted it over. Are you kidding me? We can't have light piping anymore. I don't know why. It's upsetting. Seriously, I miss light piping. Bring back the light piping. You were going to do it. It worked so well on Cyclonus. It worked so well on Siege and Earthrise Soundwave. Why didn't you do it here, guys? Come on. It's fucking... You know that the fans like the light piping, so I don't know why they choose to block it off. And then his eyes look dead because of it. I don't understand Hasbro sometimes. But the face shield is in a nice silver red neck right there. Red neck. But you do have very nice pictorial details. I wish this was silver. I might come at it at some point with a silver Sharpie or something like that and do it silver. But as is, it's not horrible. It adds a little bit of color. But for the arms, you do have those iconic G2 shoulder missile launchers. Right there, boom, you open it up, and it's blue missile launchers. That's awesome, honestly. These aren't compatible with siege effects either. That's the bad thing, is these aren't compatible with the siege effects. I don't know why. They're stopping with the... Some figure... They pick and choose which figures have them or not. Some Studio Series figures even have them. But not Legacy, apparently. But obviously, you have those weapon ports right up there. So it's not horrible. I just wish that the actual missiles could open up and you could put some effects on there instead of using these holes on the shoulders. But I digress. Still love the shoulder look. And then down to the arms. They do kind of look weird. I don't know how else to put it because they're so far back from the shoulder. I feel like if they would have found a way to make the shoulder piece a part of the arm, that would have made me incredibly, incredibly happy, because then the arm would have more movement, but we'll get to that when we get into articulation. They're very, very nice kind of vent details right here, and more along the arm, some nice lines. Very bright plastic, a lot brighter red plastic than Earthrise Optimus. And then, speaking of Earthrise Optimus, you have reuse of his legs or his hips and thighs right there. I thought this guy was just reusing all of Earthrise Optimus's legs. Nope, just the hips and the feet. But that doesn't really matter. He's still mostly a new mold, so I can't complain there. New crotch with a U shape right there, and new legs. Very, very nice. I prefer these legs. I prefer this figure overall. I don't know why I said I prefer these legs. This piece can flip out still. I don't know why. Don't ask me why. There's no real reason for it to, but you still have a nice kind of gas canister detail right there. And there is a little bit of, now that I have it in camera, there's a little bit of a sparkly finish, or sparkle embedded into the plastic, I guess. Also, this one can still open, so if you need those kneecaps to open, you can still do it, man. Good shit, I guess, if that's what you're into. And blue toes. He only has blue on his toes. G1, it's not G1, it's G2. G2 accuracy. But for the previously mentioned articulation, there is a ball joint up at the head. He can tilt a little bit, can't look up that far or down that far, sadly, but he can look side to side. On mine, the looking side to side does tend to pop the head off. I don't know why, but it's pretty easy just to put back on. It's not that hard. For the arms, they can go out about that far, but if you want them to go out further, actually no, that doesn't work, but these also can move up and down. Not really down, but more up. Arm can go out about that far, back about that far, forward about that far, without you needing to move this. And when you move that little flap, the arm can go straight out, a little bit past straight out. You have a bicep swivel. Single jointed elbow gets about 90 degrees. Ball joint at the wrist, swivel. Thank God there's no gap on the arm. I would have killed Hasbro. Did all of Hasbro. Marvel Legends team, everybody. Waist swivel, right there. Leg can kick up, about that far. Back, about that far. Beautiful spread. Oh, spread. Thigh swivel. Single jointed knee. Goes up a little past 90. Classic War for Cybertron ankle pivot. And toe bend, but that's obviously more for transformation. Before we get into size comparison, I did want to show you guys this. I found the old Siege Optimus Gun, and this can combine. This is the top of the turret. So if you want to have your G2 Optimus holding a gun, and in my opinion this looks really good, you just give him this and boom, he has a gun that looks very, very fitting for him, I will say. This is the gun that I will be using on this figure from now on. I think it looks really good, in my opinion at least. Very, very, very smart of me, and intuitive, I must say. I don't think anybody's done it before. If somebody has, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to steal your idea, but it's my idea now. Sorry. That's just how the world works. Also, Dark of the Moon Optimus's axe, because I like it more. Boom, in his hand. And this is the axe that he'll probably be holding on my shelf when I get him up on the display. Anyway, for comparison, here he is next to the Transformers Earthrise Optimus, the previous Optimus Prime that we had gotten. I like this guy a lot more. I know I keep saying it in this review, but I like this guy a lot more than I like this guy. I don't know why. And here he is next to the Transformers Legacy Voyager class Bulkhead Prime Universe. And here he is next to the Transformers Studio Series Bumblebee movie Soundwave and the Transformers Kingdom / Legacy Blaster. Here he is next to the Transformers Studio Series 86 Coronation Starscream without the coronation gear and the Transformers Prime RID Skyquake. Yep, there. And last but not least, here he is next to the only other G2 character figure I have. I brought in Transformers Prime Dreadwing because I have the G2 Dreadwing. They look pretty okay next to each other. Very different designs, I must say. This one is a little less gaudy than that one, but, you know, can't really complain about Dreadwing. I like this design, and I just wish the figure was a little bit better. But also, here he is next to the Marvel Legends style custom MF Doom, and that's actually, MF Doom is a little taller to the hat than Optimus. Wow. And honestly, that's about it for robot mode. I have a lot of feelings about this guy, but I'll save that for the ending thoughts, and I'll get into this guy's transformation. See you there. And here he is in his vehicle mode, and clearly this is probably what inspired Bayverse's Optimus. Obviously, you have the classic G2 Bayverse type-esque flames right there. I'm just going to take this off for now. But you have the classic Bayverse-esque flames on the front right there. And then you have this very nicely detailed grille. I love that noise. You also have some headlights with a nice yellow trim around them. They're all gray inside, which I don't really like that, but whatever. I still love this robot, or this truck mode. This is not the robot mode. Some smokestacks right there. I'm sure if you wanted to, you could put, you could put an effect right in there if you really wanted to do that. Might rub the paint off, actually. But you have horns up here, more lights, stepladder right there, gas tank right there, or it's made to look like a gas tank. That's the hinge. You have some vents right there. Nice kind of triangularized windshield. Nice silver Autobot symbol on this side. More steps right there. More gas. This is where you actually fill up the gas, or where it holds the gas. I don't know, trucks. And then for the legs, you just have Optimus legs and that ugly gap right there. That might actually be what these are for. I did not think about that. Hold on. So if you do that, and you do, yep, that's exactly what those are for. I'm just stupid, guys. I haven't watched a review on this guy, so I usually get my transformation details from reviews. But there you go. There you go. Now that looks a little bit better. But obviously, you just peg that right. It doesn't fit well. I'm gonna say it. It doesn't really fit that well. But it does look pretty good when you get him all lowered down on there. Looks very good. Rolls pretty well, as rolling things should, and turns even better. But for a trailer comparison, you take the Earthrise trailer, and I've never seen this, but actually that doesn't look horrible. It just doesn't really fit. If this was a darker gray, like this color gray, I think it would fit a little bit more, but as is, just not feeling that. Not really feeling it. It's a tighter fit than the gas tanker, but still not really feeling it. Doesn't look as G2-y to me. But obviously this truck mode is beautiful. I already went over the trailer, but I love this truck mode. It's clearly the inspiration for the Bayverse Optimus, and I honestly just couldn't be happier. I wish that this was a little bit darker, and mine kind of has these indents, or like at least right there, you can see it when I shine, but there is an indent right there. Only on this side, not on this side, not on that side. Only on this side is there an indent. It kind of warps the light. You can see it right there, but that kind of sucks. Whatever, you deal. It's only the truck mode. I don't display it like this, but for people who do, if you exist, then it kind of sucks. But overall, this truck mode, very nice indeed. But without further ado, I'll get into my final thoughts. So, for my final thoughts, I gotta give this guy a solid 10 out of 10 rating. This dude is just so amazing. It topped Earthrise Optimus, which for 2 years, it couldn't be done by any figure. Not Marvel Legends Sentinel, not SH Monster Arts Gigan, not Kingdom Dinobot, not Kingdom Tigatron. It's so insane how this just dethroned Earthrise Optimus, and the Earthrise Optimus was the king for so long. Finally, the king is dead. Long live the king. This figure is just absolutely superb. If you find him, I definitely recommend him. He's 2 per case, so he shouldn't be that hard to find. But still, I would watch out for him. Legacy is starting to hit shelves, and I was lucky enough to find him. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you liked it, hit the like button, and subscribe if you want to see more. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.